You're tuned into Visions, a business and community affairs program designed to encourage and promote entrepreneurship in Central Alabama.
Thanks for tuning in to another edition of Vision. Cedric Varner, thanks for watching. We're excited about our guest today and our program. This is the Women in Business edition of Visions, and so we're excited about our entrepreneurs who are also lawyers. And so we're happy to talk with attorney Tamika Miller and attorney Ashley Smith. Ladies, thanks for being here with us on the program.
Thank you for having
us. Glad to have you. So thanks for coming. We are really excited. We've been working on this for a while. You know, try to get you guys are in court, you take care of your clients, busy legal practice, and so one of the things I like about you guys is that you also know not only are you lawyers, but you're business people, and so so we wanted to emphasize that. So just give us a little bit about your firm and the kind of areas of law that you practice.
Well, first, I'm Tamika Miller, one of the partners for Miller Smith.
Yes.
And
I'm Ashley Smith, the other partner.
Yes.
Our firm came together in 2014 out of a interesting split among a past firm, and the practice areas that we cover is criminal defense, personal injury, business counsel, and employment law.
Okay. All right. So when we talk about, let's say, business counsel, what would be an example of the kind of counsel that you would give to a prospective client?
Would you like to handle that one, Ashley?
Sure. So we handle all types of business matters, starting from a person who just has an idea. And of course, I know that you're familiar with the Lean Start class that's been provided free of charge here in Montgomery. And we've learned so much from that class in terms of just how you go from an idea to a profitable business. And so we just want to be able to share some of that valuable information in helping people go from an idea to a full-fledged business. That would include not only vetting the idea to make sure that it's a good idea, but also once you've established that it's a good idea and you know you want to go into business, okay, next I need to actually start forming my business. You know, what kind of business entity am I going to be? Am I going to be an LLC? Am I going to be an LLP, a corporation? Once you move from that point, you got to know everything that you need to do. You know, what type of license do I have to need? What type of license do I need to be in business? You know, tax ID number. You know, you've got to be official. Yeah. So we go through all those steps. But one of the main things that we really are interested in being able to do is to help people stay in business. You know, it's great that you started a business, but how are you going to stay in business? What type of systems do you have in place to ensure that your business is going to run and that it's going to run like a well-oiled machine?
Well, let me interject right there, Attorney Miller. So when she mentioned about being official, you want to help people to establish legitimate, above-board businesses that are sustainable. Yeah. So tell us also about what you do in the area of criminal defense.
Well, what is interesting about our practice is most people don't know, Ashley and our practice is about 50% criminal defense. And in Montgomery, there are very few women of color that actually do serious criminal defense work. So we handle it from the point of you getting arrested, to your preliminary hearing, to the point of getting indictment, to any type of pleas, deals, to absolute trial. We've both tried cases in state and federal court, and we really enjoy it. We enjoy being able to do that. It is very interesting seeing a female in the courtroom be able to handle many times our male counterparts and trying to get the best possible outcome for our clients.
Yeah. Well, as we talk about a female in the courtroom, so tell us about your decision and your journey to become lawyers, and what drove those decisions to bring you to where you are now together in practice.
For me, my mother said I told her at 6 I wanted to be a lawyer.
Okay.
And pretty much everything I did from that point forward, I prepared for law school, and that's kind of my path. I just always knew that was something I wanted to do. The area of law I ended up practicing was by chance. When I left my clerkship with Judge Price, pretty much 85% of my practice at that time was criminal defense, and that's where I've been with a lot of criminal defense work. Of course, there was always the passion to do business counsel work, and it's just developed over time.
Okay, all right, real good. Well, I see you guys. You guys are very present in the community and attending courses and classes. I sense that you really are passionate about making sure that your clients have the best possible representation. Correct?
Yes, we are.
Yes.
And if I would like to share my
Yes.
story,
Yes, please do
Cedric,
that.
about why I became
No,
a
we
lawyer.
just have the conversation.
Actually, I've got a story. I'll try to shorten it.
Okay.
I learned that I wanted to be a lawyer when I was in 7th grade. It really was just a seed planted by a teacher that was kind of born out of I would say a disagreement about, what type of grade I should have received on a particular assignment. I was always I was that A student that, a B wasn't good enough for me. And so after this, discussion that I had with a teacher, she suggested that I become a lawyer. And
Since you're so good at arguing,
since I was just, since,
and you lobbying for your grade.
since I just love to argue, right? Yeah. So
Yeah.
that kind
What
of
grade were you in now?
I was in the 7th
Oh,
grade.
okay, so you're lobbying for your grade in 7th grade. Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
So that just kind of
So
planted
you're
the
serious in
seed.
7th grade.
Right.
Okay.
Just planted the seed and it grew from
Okay.
there.
Well, that's what we like. We like serious-minded people, serious-minded lawyers, and so we're good. So you got great information. Now your offices are downtown.
Well, one of our offices is downtown. We have an office that's located in downtown Montgomery. It is right across from the Dexter Avenue Baptist Church and right next door to the Alabama State Bar. We also have an office in Hayneville, which is in Lowndes County, Alabama. For many of you who may be familiar with that area, we are located behind the restaurant, the Buffalo Street Restaurant, which is actually behind the county shop. A lot of people may not know where the county shop is, but it's right behind the Buffalo Street Restaurant, right where the Dollar General is located. Okay. And I wanted to add that we not only handle cases in Montgomery County, but we handle cases in other areas like Lowndes County, Wilcox County. We've traveled to different areas. We have no problem traveling to handle cases. Okay. So although we may be located in those two places, I tell people all the time, my car takes me all over the state of Alabama.
Understand. Your car runs on gas.
Right.
Yeah. Well, I tell you, Attorney Miller. So did I understand that you are originally from Florida?
Yes, I am. Orlando, Florida, born and raised.
Okay, and so you just made the transition on up?
I did. I came here for law school.
Hopefully we've been treating you okay.
Montgomery's been good.
Yeah.
It's been good to me. I'm still here.
Oh, well, we're trying. We're trying. So you guys plan on being here? You plan on staying in Montgomery areas?
I do.
Yeah.
I do.
Yeah.
Well, I would say we'll stay here business-wise, but there's some more things to come on the horizon.
Okay, so you guys got vision.
Right.
Yes.
We
Yes.
do have vision.
Wow,
Absolutely.
wow. All right, now you got a lot of things that happen in the course of a day. You also handle personal injuries.
Yes.
And how does that work through your
Well, when someone's injured, whether it's on the job or whether it's a car accident or whether it is a medical malpractice, if it's a personal injury, you give us a call. And we will then, of course, take care of you. And we, in addition to handling what we handle in our office, we also have a network of attorneys that we will forward you to if it's something that we don't personally handle. And they're attorneys that we work with just to make sure that you get with somebody that really cares about your case.
Yeah. I've heard it said sometimes that when you have an accident, one of the first people you're supposed to call is your attorney. Is that, do you give that counsel?
Yes.
You do?
Yes.
Particularly if there's injury, if you're hurt.
Well, you should call regardless of whether there's injury or not.
Really?
Because you don't know necessarily if you're injured or not. Sometimes injuries come a few days later after the accident.
So who you call first? You call your lawyer. You call your physician if you're injured.
Well, I like to say we're not first responders now. So I mean, don't call me, but don't call me about your broken leg. Yeah. But just
so they can come see about you.
Right. I'm not a miracle worker. I'm not in the medical field now, not by a long shot.
I guess technically you call your doctor first and then you call us.
Okay.
Right.
All right, real good. Well, of course, personal injury, got a lot of people doing a lot of ads, a lot of promotion, a lot of publicity about it. Well, what is your philosophy on really taking care of the client? Some people say, it's just you know, you just call in, you get it settled. But I take it that you guys are really serious about making sure you help your clients through the process, and personally.
Well, one of the things that we try to focus on in servicing all of our clients is to make sure that we're operating in the best interest of the client and that we're doing a good job for the client. So maybe a quick settlement, maybe that's not in the best interest of the client. Maybe I need to take some more time, work this case up, and you know, I'm not going to say anything to disparage any other attorney, but that's just our philosophy in terms of how we handle our personal injury cases in our office. And we are also not in the business of, you know, when a person comes in saying, oh, you know, this is $1 million case. You know, I believe in setting realistic expectations for the client and Tamika as well, because a lot of times, you know, people may come in thinking that this is the case I'm going to retire on, and it's like, no, you probably want to still work because this is not, you know, this is not that kind of case, and everybody doesn't have that kind of case, and quite frankly, if you do have that kind of case, then you may not be able to work.
Well, and I talked to a gentleman actually yesterday who basically had a quick settlement, but he has a long-term injury, and so you really need someone, you need a lawyer that's going to really work with you for the future.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Okay, we got about 2 minutes. One of the other things that you specialize in is employment law.
Right, that's something that I handle in the firm. I handle employment discrimination cases, so for anyone who has experienced discrimination on the job due to race or gender, sexual orientation, there's lots of categories, religion, national origin. Anybody that feels as though they've been discriminated against and either terminated or maybe demoted or experienced any kind of adverse employment situation that that they feel like they were wronged. But people sometimes get this misconstrued because people think, oh, well, she fired me because she didn't like me. Well, that's not a discriminatory reason. She just didn't like your shoes, or she just didn't like you. That's not actionable. I can't file that in court because we're not entitled to our jobs.
Yeah.
And that's one of the most difficult things to explain to people with regard to the employment realm is that, you know, you're not entitled to have this job, but a person cannot fire you for a discriminatory reason.
Excellent. Hold that point right there, Attorney Smith. And so we got about 30 seconds to go. Attorney Miller, tell us once again where you're located and where your office is.
Located at 445 Dexter Avenue, Suite 4050 in Montgomery, Alabama.
Okay. Excellent. Well, you got an office in, what is it, Haynes?
That is Haynesville, Alabama, Lowndes County. The address is 118 Tyson Road, Hope Hall, Alabama.
Excellent.
But it's actually
Thanks,
in
ladies.
Haynesville.
Attorney Miller and Attorney Smith, thanks for coming. That's going to do it for us on this segment. Please stay tuned.